Okay, so you're going to get a palette, and it's going to look very similar to this. You're going to share with your face partner. That's the person who sits across from you. So if you sit across from the square, you will share with the circle. And if you are the rectangle, you will share with the triangle. If no one sits across from you, you don't share. You get your own palette. Now, our goal is to make different greens. In Henry Rousseau's paintings of jungles, it is said that he has created 23 different greens in just one painting. We have a painting up there that you can look at for an idea. I'm going to give you a palette, and there is no green in here because yellow and blue will make green, and I want you to make at least 6 different kinds of greens. How are you going to do that? Well, if you take a little bit of yellow and put it in one of the trays, wipe the side so you get all the extra paint off, wash your brush in the water, wipe it gently on the side, add some blue, you're going to get a green. There's one green. Wipe your brush on the side, wash your brush, wipe it gently on the side of the water cup, take some more yellow, put it somewhere else. This time I'm going to take lots of yellow. Okay, notice my brush is clean. I am not polluting my yellow. I will not be refilling your paints. You have plenty here for you and your face partner to paint. If you pollute it, then you are stuck with what you've created. Here's another green. This one's a little bit lighter than that one. So I've now made 2 greens. Wash my brush again. That brush is kind of sad. Each of your buckets have like 5 or 6 different brushes, so they have different sizes. You'll see that they have different thicknesses. So as you're working, you might find the different brushes are easier for different jobs. All right, this time I'm going to take a whole lot of blue. Last time I didn't use much blue. This time I'm going to use lots of blue. So I'm starting out with blue. Got a lot of blue in that hole, in that egg space. Wash off my brush, wipe it gently on the side. Take a little bit of yellow. Mix them together. Now I've got a very dark blue-green. Okay? Wipe my brush on the side, get all that extra blue-green off. Wash my brush. Here I actually got lucky. This actually had a little bit of yellow that spilled into it when it was filled up. So I'm going to take just the smallest amount of blue. It's kind of like being a scientist. You're experimenting with different amounts. So I now have a very light, this is a yellow-green. One of the other things I can do is I could take a green that I already made, like this one. And if you notice, on your cartons, I have also included black and white. Well, if I add white to a color, I make a tint. It gets lighter. So here is a lighter green. And it's this green, just light. I could take this green, the same one, put some of it over here. And now I'm going to wash my brush again. Take a little bit of black goes a long way. So you don't need much. That's why I gave you little puddles of them. But here's my black. I added to that one, and I'm making it darker. I'm going to grab a little bit more green in there because it's looking a little bit watery. So when I paint with it, I'll be disappointed at my color. So here's a little bit more. Wipe it off. Wash my brush. Get a tickle of black and add it to it. Now it's even darker. So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different greens. I still have an extra hole. This one I could make another green if I wanted to, or I'm going to need some brown for my tree trunks. Maybe I'm going to change up some of my brown. I could use brown and add green to it. I could use brown. I could add black or white to it. I'm going to add some white to this one. Now I'm ready to paint. So here is my painting. I'm going to add some trees. And you want to make them realistic. Make those Ys so that they go into branches. Okay, wash my brush. It's a jungle. Lots of plants growing. And they're growing up to the sky. Okay, lots of Ys, and I'm going to show you an easy way to make your leaves. So I take a brush, and I'm going to pick up some of my green, and then I'm just going to make paint mark prints to make my green leaves all over my trees. See how easy that is? And it looks realistic. You can also paint grasses in the bottom of your picture because no one mows the lawn in the jungle. I could add to this some white in my grasses on the bottom. I could add some white to my leaves right here on my branches if I want to. Okay? Also, I could make my branches darker. All right, let's see, I'm going to make one over here. Okay, I can make a tree over here. And maybe this tree, I'm going to take some black in it. And I'm going to make it a little bit darker with some black. Okay, you can change it up. I could also put a vine going from one tree to the other. And I could put some leaves on my vines. All right, because remember, later we're going to put our animals in here. Maybe I want to put a monkey hanging from one of these vines. You can do whatever you want when you paint to make it look like a jungle. There are pictures of jungles around the art room to give you ideas. All right? When you're done, make sure that you have put every green that you created on your jungle picture. Good luck.